Hi Cancer babes, how are you? I hope you guys have been well. I know it's been a while, but you know, a girl's been busy. But I have a channeled reading for you, and you know, with messages that you need to hear from spirit at this time. So take what resonates, flip and switch the roles. You know how to do it if you know this isn't your first time. But yes, let me know down in the comments if this resonates with you, and you know, don't forget to like and subscribe to show your support. It really does help. But anyway, I'm gonna just get into it. So Cancer, I feel like you're gonna have a really fun, exciting summer. You've definitely got this bright, bold energy about you right now at this time. I was seeing like the neon colors are kind of your thing right now, or those are the colors that may suit you right now at this time, or you might like to wear that, or there's just something about your fashion or perhaps who you are that's standing out to other people right now. But you're being very bold and kind of making a statement, possibly by the things that you wear, or you know, just choosing to be more expressive outwardly. But I feel like you're very playful. You're in this fun energy. I see you wearing like bright yellow raincoats, or you know, bright neon greens, or you know, maybe you wear like a neon black and pink bikini. I don't know. It could just feel like or seem that your aura is almost neon right now, because you've kind of got this carefree, abundant and playful, fun, like carefree energy about you. You're kind of living your best life right now, or if you're not, I feel like you will be soon. But I'm getting that you're gonna make new connections, you're gonna explore different areas, maybe you're gonna travel. I was seeing oceans for you, or maybe Miami. Florida could be significant. I was also picturing you in cities because the song Lonely City by Mokita came up. So perhaps you might be traveling and doing those things alone, or you'd rather be doing it alone. But there's something here about you taking chances on yourself, or risks here that perhaps normally you wouldn't do. I feel like in order to experience life in the way that you want it, instead of being told kind of how your life is supposed to look, I feel like you're creating your life right now in the way that you want it to look. But you do feel, or I feel as if you're lighthearted, and Spirit wants you to try new things, get new experiences, because the more that you experience in the world, the more that you become aware, and you get self-actualization or self-awareness. And that is what Spirit wants for you at this time, is experience, because your experience is going to help you in some way to become wiser. There's something that you are going to learn, I feel, through these adventures that perhaps you hadn't expected before. But I see you taking risks and taking chances, and perhaps that involves travel, or even just going on a trip alone or by yourself. But it's this energy of adventure and you embarking on a new path for yourself, whether or not people want to come on that with you, you know, or just going on your own and taking your epic poem, you know, your long journey, your odyssey, kind of, is what I was feeling. But it's like you have to go out and do this on your own. It's like in order to live your best life, you have to be alone, because you create your life, or you create the life you want when you know who you are. So the more that you know yourself, the more that your life will become apparent in what it is that you want. And I think that is really what Spirit is saying, is be honest and live in your truth. Because I feel like that is what you are learning right now, is how to be yourself and why you should be yourself, and how living authentically brings you the life that you feel you deserve and that you do deserve and that you want to come into fruition. But I was also hearing that truth hides lies. So sometimes, or I feel like when Spirit said this to me, I feel like there's perhaps this want, need, or desire to almost in a way hide behind the truth, which kind of doesn't make sense because, you know, wouldn't that be a lie? But I feel like, and this seems hard to explain, but where it's like someone is pretending to be the truth or to be honest, but they're lying, or they're hiding that perhaps they're not as authentically themselves as people think they are. But for most of you, I don't feel like you're hiding yourself from other people. I feel like you perhaps are seeing someone different in you. And perhaps you are waiting to see someone also. I was picking up on you searching for a home, or I guess it could be searching for a home, but I got searching for home. It's like you are realizing at this time that you are your own home, you know, and perhaps the space that you make in your mind is a reflection of the space that is held outside of you. But I get this sense, or this urgency, of you coming back home to yourself. It's like you went out to explore the world, but you knew that you'd be back, or your soul knew that you would be back, so it left the light on for you. So at this time, it's like, or the universe is like, it's time for you to go home now. It's time for you to go back to yourself and discover that light in you, that shine. But I also wrote searching for the sun. So again, there's a lot of light imagery in your reading that I picked up on. And just, I feel like you shining right now, or this is your shining moment. And you're in, you could be in the spotlight, or you could be a star, but I wasn't getting star, I was getting sun, sunshine, something about you shining or glowing. Or, you know, if you had cloudy days, or if you have been searching for the sun, it appears like you're going to find it. There's something also about jewelry, but sparkly jewelry. And again, it's kind of like this glitter or bedazzled. And people might be bedazzled by your energy at this time, because it feels like you're growing more confident about yourself. And as I said, you're ready to risk it. You're ready to bet on you. some of you might be feeling isolated, or you might be coming out of feeling that way, but you're kind of getting out of your head and making new connections. You're getting invitations, you're going to parties, you're making new friends, you are getting connections. It's easy for you to talk to people, or people are finding it easier to talk to you. But it's like people I saw, or I wrote down, it's like night and day. So there's something about you that's night and day. People are recognizing something. It's like you're too bright to hide. I also channeled this song, and I don't think I wrote down the name of the song or the title. One of the lines in it that stood out to me was, "When you're feeling sad, I will be the sun for you." And when I said that you are searching for the sun, or that you have been searching for the sun in some way, I get this feeling that you've been searching for someone who makes you feel golden, or gives you sunshine in a way that makes you happy. And you've been searching for this person or this feeling for a very long time. And I feel like Spirit is saying to you that you can find this person. Maybe you have already found them, or you will soon. And they're going to be there for you in a way that perhaps no one else has. But this person will be like sunlight for you. You're going to feel warm in their energy. They're not going to want to see you sad. Your tears will be theirs. You are going to find the sun in this other person, but Spirit is also saying that you need to find that in you first before you can get to this person. And Spirit is also saying that you need to release a lot. Perhaps you need to release guilt and cry if you have to. There's an exercise that you can do where you write down your attachments and you visually see them out on the page, and you go through them and you feel what you have to for each one of them, and then you let it go and you burn the page or rip it up. But there's something here about you letting things go. Even if you have to cry, there's some sort of need for you to release. There's a lot of weather imagery for you, because even as I say that, I'm getting clouds and rain. So it's like how you feel is reflected in the weather right now for you, which means that some of you are pretty powerful and you're manifestors or alchemists. Your ability to transmute. Perhaps this playful energy is stemming from you kind of going back to your childhood, or even if you're not consciously thinking of it, I feel as if your subconscious is reflecting back or having you feel nostalgic in a certain way. I'm picking up like Six of Cups energy of finding again what makes you feel playful and alive, and getting that joy back that you used to have. Because I'm hearing it's about time. It's about time that you are building this new life for yourself, and that you come out of the pouring rain into this day that you make. So yeah, the weather could be reflected by you at this time. If you're depressed, your surroundings might mirror that for you. Vice versa, whatever energy you're in seems to be what you're seeing in your life around you. But I see you doing creative things, perhaps, or whatever you did in your childhood. Perhaps you're going back to coloring or drawing or art, or you're teaching art classes for kids, or, you know, you're going back to play a sport that you did when you were a child, or just things that are making you happier. Kind of getting your innocence back in a way, although we can never obtain that once it's lost. We can kind of go back to that feeling in who we were before things got dark or harder for us. But I feel like some of you might also be scared of making mistakes. And some of you may not be. I feel like you are going to be fearful of making mistakes, but you're gonna take the risk anyway. Jump and risk the fall. You're going to be okay with making mistakes. And Spirit is saying that's good. That's a good part of your learning. But just make sure that you're not making the same mistakes twice. And be careful not to repeat cycles all over again. I was also picking up on London. So again, there's a lot of travel for you. Just major cities, so London, Chicago, New York, Miami. Basically, wherever you want to go is where I feel like you're gonna find yourself. But I'm also picking up on this chic energy too, where it's like you aren't just going to go on vacation, but you're gonna live it up. Maybe that's how vacation is for you, is not only an experience, but a luxury, and it's something that you pamper yourself with. I see you going shopping, maybe getting a new tattoo, if you like that. You're being grounded at this time with your root chakra. Oh, and I was also picking up store windows, and this kind of curiosity energy of you kind of peering in to see kind of like what's in store for you inside. But it's like you're looking in on these store windows, and perhaps you're imagining and even creating the life that you've been wanting for yourself. You might have mixed emotions about things. Like sometimes you may be feeling happy, and then another day you get down. And I'm hearing that is the cycles of the planets and their energies right now, and also the moon. So I'm hearing it would probably be good for you to look that up and see where your placements are in your chart and how that reflects back to the current cycle. You should also be careful to take care of your feelings or your emotional needs right now at this time, because you might be more emotional, or you might be needing emotional support. And be careful not to form emotional attachment style relationships that are based on trauma or fear, and rather bond over this happier energy. This love and light energy is where you're going to find your peace and your healing. And Spirit is kind of saying, don't go back to those places that broke you. Don't try to search for happiness or love in the same places where you lost them, is what I'm picking up on. And you could be disappointed by that in some way, or disappointed by someone. And I hear that you're praying for trust, building trust, or you're praying for some sort of awakening or in some way I feel as if you're praying for your eyes to be opened or things to be revealed to you and for you. Because I do feel as if you are ascending right now, and your third eye might be opening. And you could also be seeing the numbers 10 and 6. So, and 1 might be an important number for you. I also see that you might be creating more, or some of you might have a connection to music, or you could be going to concerts this summer. But at those places, you're going to reach out to people and make connections there. But specifically, I feel as if whether you know it or not, you're going to connect with people who bring that light to you. And Spirit is saying, reach out to people who feel like the light to you. So make sure that you put yourself near or around people who aren't afraid to expose the truth or to live in their truth. People who aren't afraid and who aren't hiding themselves. That just like the neon, it's this energy, this glow about you that shows just how unique you are. And that might have been something you haven't ever liked about yourself. You didn't see your unique traits as something valuable or worthy, but now it's like you're coming into them and you're reflecting and kind of realizing or asking yourself why you saw it that way. What you saw as weakness was actually your strength. And Spirit is wanting you to shine and to be who you are, like the light that you are. But I'm also picking up very heavily on Pride Month here. But some of you might also be going to like some pride parades. Rainbows might be significant for someone, not in, I mean it could be for the pride LGBTQ plus reason, of course, but it's also, rainbow is a promise to you that whatever you've been asking for or manifesting is coming in for you. Whatever is for your highest good, that is the promise that the universe makes to you. And I'm hearing coming up rainbows. So it's like look for there's going to be some sort of confirmation for you in the colors that you see. So when you're thinking certain things, be aware of the colors surrounding you. And I feel as if you're going to start picking up on this, and it's going to become like an I spy for you, in where that all at once you just see blue or orange or green. And it's like, these are things that you can't help noticing. And there's something here about something that Spirit is like, okay, I get what this is. Spirit is throwing something in your face and it's really obvious, but maybe you're not seeing it right now. You also might be asked to give someone a chance, and this could be love, work, friendship, whatever. But you might come upon a person that you wouldn't necessarily like regularly. But I feel as if Spirit is bringing this person into your life to show you something about yourself. Possibly to show you that the traits that you never liked in yourself is actually what you like about this other person. And so you're going to start seeing that what you're really liking is those parts of yourself too, reflected back at you. So this is like a very deep soul level connection, as if you guys are going to mirror each other. But I don't see it being dark. I do see it being positive for you, in that it helps both of you see each other in a better light, in the way that I feel like you're supposed to be seen. There's something about you glowing that's not artificial, but you might have some people around you who are going to try and glow artificially in a way, whereas your glow comes natural. Or maybe you are the one, if you're a low vibrational Cancer, I don't know, maybe you are trying to appear brighter, but there's something here about like an artificial copy or artificial light, and it's shown because there's a light in people that glows outwardly. It doesn't glow outwardly, inwardly. It glows inwardly, outwardly. And that is what I feel as if people are noticing about you at this time and are trying to copy it or look like you, but they're not going to do so successfully. But yes, I was picking up heavily on Pride Month, rainbows, but I'm also picking up on just this very beautiful, loving energy from the LGBTQ plus community right now, and I feel like very inspiring, because it's like we are all showing each other how to be ourselves. So I think this month is going to be a big one for you, because in some way you are connected to a group or party or organization or people, person, whatever, take it as it resonates if it does for you. But you're going to be resonating with people who are seeing you for who you are. And these are the people who are going to show you that it's okay to cry, that it's okay to be happy one day and sad the next. They're not going to shame you for being who you are. And I feel like that is such a release for you, because this is something that you've been waiting for. And again, this word praying comes out. You've been praying for this, perhaps for many, many years, I'm hearing. I'm getting the image of someone just bedridden and tired, someone who has been begging for a change, or someone who has hidden themselves, or they didn't want to shine, because then they would have some fear of people really seeing them, or it was a means to protect themselves. So to be yourself meant oppression or danger in some cases. And I see Spirit saying to you in this reading that you are out of that. You've come out of that era, and you're entering this cycle in which, again, you're coming home to yourself, and you're finding out what does home mean for you. And that might include family, and it may not. And I get the feeling a lot of you are going to be deciding that your community or your friends are your family. And the people that you grew up with or that raised you might have made you feel more invisible or controlled or oppressed than you thought or might have realized. Or if you have realized that, I feel as if you're coming into this life that's in contrast to what you have lived before. It's like you have lived a life in this color of blue, and now you're living your life and it's red. I'm picking up on, like, you know how dogs only see certain colors? I'm just getting this energy of, like, almost the first half of your life was like you saw the world in this one color. And now it's like Spirit is opening up this world to you in which you get to be the painter. You get to color in the lines of your life and fill in the way that you want it to. Wow. It's like you are coloring your life. You are building it through color or by color. And I don't know what that means, but I feel like that will resonate here for someone who may be an artist, but Spirit is wanting you to be colorful and to share your light with others. And maybe it is in this community or in this connection that you're being asked to really look at, because these are the unexpected places in which you are going to show someone that they have a chance to be loved, and they will show you the same thing back. So yes, I was picking up on this mirror or foil energy, this reflection or refracted is what I heard too, energy that's like staring back at you. But it doesn't feel ominous. It feels as if you're seeing a part of yourself reflected in others. But this time, it's for the better. My loves for this channeled part of your message. That was absolutely beautiful. I love that message for you. I love the colors. I love how you are painting your world right now. So keep going, lovelies. Keep being your beautiful self. And Rainbow by Kesha. We're just gonna see what Spirit has for you at this time. So we have the Four of Swords in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like you've been coming out of this hermit mode, or this mode in which you've had to stabilize yourself or pick yourself back up again. And with the Ten of Wands, carry some part of you that you've been holding on to for so long. And Spirit is saying to let that go, that old version of you go, that you are not limited by that older version of you, but you are like the Two of Cups, coming into a union with yourself. It's like you and your highest self. And you're coming, or you're blossoming into this new person of who you are, who you really are. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Fool in reverse. But yeah, it feels as if you haven't wanted to take a risk on yourself for a very long time. And you've been stuck in this place of repressing your emotions or who you are, perhaps for other people with the Five of Swords. And it's like you are fighting yourself. You're at odds against yourself by trying to be this person that other people have wanted you to be. And it's like you're realizing at this time that you gotta put the sword down. That to be anything other than what you are is a betrayal to your real self. And I get that with this is the medicine wheel on this deck, but with the medicine wheel and Justice and the Page of Pentacles, I get that feeling here that you're coming into balance with yourself. You're coming into your balance, and that is your justice. But you are planting this new version of you, or you have. Maybe you did a long time ago and you didn't even know it, but it's like you planted the seed of yourself, and now you've grown, you've blossomed, and you're finding that. It's like the scales are also being equal. So if something has been out of balance in your life, with the Justice and Wheel of Fortune, you are obtaining some sort of achievement, karma. But it's like Spirit is saying, whatever you've planted for yourself, whatever you've been harvesting, whether that's good or bad, but whatever you've planted for yourself is what you are going to receive at this time. Yeah, that's the truth. Ace of Swords. You have the Lovers in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Hangman, and the Moon in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's been some sort of block in your creativity. But with the Moon and the Hangman, you're seeing something clearly and you're thinking on it. I feel as if you're thinking about your life or your past life and the people that you've been connected to. Perhaps you had, this could be for someone specific, but perhaps you've had father figures in your life that only wish to control you, or in some way, I'm picking up oppression again. I don't know why that's coming through so much here, but something about perhaps if you're a man, the male role models in your life didn't live up to your expectations, or they couldn't help you in the way that you needed it. And in the way that you needed it, perhaps when you were younger or you're a child, and you're seeing that now, and you're coming into this knowing or this wisdom about yourself, this knowing, this inner knowing, this truth about yourself, that perhaps not all parts of you were created by yourself, but that we are created from our environments, and that it's not okay to blame yourself for perhaps where you are or who you are. Not entirely, because accountability is different from blame. You don't have to blame yourself to hold yourself accountable. And that's a lesson I feel like a lot of people need to learn, is blame equates to shame. And so many people are so ashamed with living with shame. And I remember I had a very difficult time with this myself a couple of years back. And shame can really weigh you down, because it's a cycle of you feeling shame. You're ashamed for feeling shame, and you have a guilt that you feel as if you've taken some part or some role in perhaps attracting or placing this on you. And this may be something that Spirit is asking for you to release right now. And perhaps you are thinking about father figures or male role models, or this doesn't even have to be masculine energy. This can be a teacher, a friend, a partner, whatever, a parent, anyone. It's just an emperor energy, someone who is dominating and wants it their way and controls what is around them. So perhaps you're realizing that these distorted energies, perhaps these distorted masculines and the Queen of Cups, these distorted feminines that perhaps are or have been in your family, or were part of a personal family to you in some way, were not helping you, but rather they were holding you back and causing you some sort of delay or blockage. And I feel as if you're realizing that now with the moon in reverse. You've seen something differently, and you're thinking about your role and your part, perhaps, in what you've played. And I can't show this card because they're naked, but this is the Lovers in reverse. So you might also be thinking over past relationships or lovers, or the people that you've loved. It doesn't always have to be a relationship, but it's just, you're seeing the truth about some people because you're finally able to see the truth within yourself. Because the more that you know yourself, the more that you see where you've come from, and the more that you are able to heal, because you know that whatever has been placed on you is now time for you to release it. Yeah, the Five of Wands. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to stop fighting. Yeah. I can't make it up, but it's time for you to stop fighting with yourself and to come into balance with who you are. And perhaps you weren't always allowed to express yourself in your home or within a home. Or you felt like if you spoke up or you were yourself, you would get met with arguments or fighting. But there's something here about you discovering that you don't have to be a part of that anymore. With Temperance, it's again like angel energy. It's just you knowing that it's just you having your inner knowing or this inner peace about you that no matter who fights against me, I know who I am. And I know how to stand up for myself now. And perhaps that's what you have done in the past, is you're learning about balance. You're learning about when it's necessary to stand up for yourself and when it's time to hold back and be at peace. So, yeah. But you may be realizing that you don't have to fight in every battle that is offered to you. You have the option and the choice of saying no to these energies that perhaps want to fight you or don't like you for being who you are. Or whatever turmoil that comes about from this self-expression is not really turmoil anyway, because to be who you are would never be an issue or a problem. Not to the real ones. Yeah, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Chariot reverse, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So I'm picking up on that with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. Some of you might be feeling stuck right now, or you're in this stagnant energy, and perhaps you've been waiting. I feel as if you've been waiting for something to come in. It's like this expectant energy. Some of you could be expecting mothers, but it's more so this toil and labor. I feel as if you've been on this journey of trying to not only find yourself, but find what comes with you. Your abundance, your work, your life, everything that comes into your life from being you. And it's like you're going on this journey of discovering or becoming this person who doesn't give up so easily. And at the end, finds what they've wanted or been looking for. It's like you felt left out in the cold, perhaps from a home or a place that you grew up in, a town or community. And now it's like you're saving yourself. You never needed the knight on the white steed or the Prince Charming. You just needed to realize that you always had your back. To show yourself that support and that love that you needed, and that grace without judgment. Because I know how hard it is sometimes when families can judge you, and they can judge you without even knowing you. And there's something to be said more about them than about you for that. But, my loves, that is a beautiful message. I'm so glad that I got to read this for you, because I really do feel like you're coming into your own. And stay your beautiful, wonderful, wild, crazy, unique, colorful self. And that is what Spirit wants you to do right now, is find yourself, know yourself, and be yourself, fully and authentically. So that is the message. That is it for you. I really hope that that helped someone out there. If you've seen it and you liked it, please leave me a comment. I'd love to know if my readings are actually helping anyone. But if not, that is absolutely fine. I love you and I thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your presence and your time and your energy. So that is it. I love you. Be good. Do good things. Okay? Bye.